Just about, yeah. You tell me when, Lisa. You can go. I just want to make sure that it's turned over down.
Okay.
Go.
All right, I am going to call to order this Town of Griswold Board of Selectmen regular meeting on Tuesday, July 28th, 2026 at 6 PM at the Griswold Town Hall. Item number 1, call to order, roll call. Tina Falk, first selectman. Wayne Malin, second selectman, and Matt Danieluk is absent with notification. Item number 2, pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, item number 3, approval of minutes. We have regular meeting minutes from July 14th, 2026, and special meeting minutes from July 21st, 2026.
I'll make a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes for July 14th and the special meeting minutes for July 21st.
Okay, we have a motion, and I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item number 4, correspondence.
We have none.
No correspondence. Item number 5, old business, we have none. Move on to item number 6, new business. A, discussion and possible action on 11 tax refunds for a total of $3,252.71 as presented by Leona Sharkey, tax collector.
And if I correctly added everything up, I will second that to second the $3,250, or I'll make a motion to accept the $3,252.71 presented by the tax collector.
Okay, we have a motion to accept, and I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 6B, discussion and possible action on payroll processing proposals as presented by the finance director, Kelly Vachon. And Kelly is here, so I will give you the floor.
Hi, thank you. I gave you 2 different costs. I was able to get 2 different systems. ADP is one of them, and Paychex is the other one. They're a minimum $300 difference. So $13,297.60 for the annual cost, and then Paychex would be roughly $13,595. So ADP right now is $300 less. My past experience, over 20 years, I've used ADP, so I know the system pretty well, which would be good for us if you have a backup person. So I wanted to talk and explain the purpose and why I want to discuss this with the Board of Selectmen. Right now, we process payroll in-house. It's through MIP, our accounting system. We have in season about maybe 35 employees, and then summertime, we have maybe 70 employees. So the process here, it takes very timely process. It can take up to 3 to 4 days to complete payroll. In my department, I have 3 of us, and that takes up a lot of time. And there's other tasks that need to be done in a timely manner. So this would help improve that. And also, I have a problem right now with employees taking vacation, sick time, and how we manage it in-house. How we manage it in-house is if someone takes 8 hours of sick time, we then have to go in the system and deduct it. If I don't go in the system and deduct it, then they don't deduct 8 hours, they just keep it. So it's not, I don't know, it can be very finicky. So if ADP and Paychex is a web-based payroll system, so no more manual time cards. I right now have manual time cards we have to add up every week. So very complex. This way, people punch in from their desktop, or they can punch in from their cell phone, or they can punch in from an iPad, or I can get them a clock. So they could put their 4 numbers in, and they punch in, and they punch out every day.
And it goes automatically to ADP?
Yeah. Yep, so that's gonna be an ADP system. It gets downloaded, so at the end of the week, we transfer payroll, and it gets downloaded into a spreadsheet. And you look off the spreadsheet, make sure 40-hour employees are paid 40 hours, 35-hour employees are paid 35, If they take vacation or sick time, they request it off their phone or their computer, and it goes to the department head. The department head then gets it and says yes or no, and it gets approved and goes. The department heads can see what each employee has for time too. That's gonna be live, so the department head can see that, so that's important too. Because right now, we're running it where a lot of department heads don't even know if their employees have time on the books to take. So this would alleviate that,
And the employees
yeah.
will know what they have in the books.
Yes,
Correct.
yes. Right now, I'm looking into a bunch of employees with their time, trying to verify what they have on the books is accurate. So that is manually, I'm looking into that.
So what you're telling us, this is gonna be a lot more,
Efficient.
easier to manage,
Yep.
payroll, personal time, department heads can track
W-2s,
everything.
W-2s will be produced by ADP or paychecks, whichever one we choose. And right now, I produce the W-2s. I do the quarterly reporting right now. My payroll person pays weekly tax to Connecticut and federal. And you have to make sure those are done on time, because if they're not done, they're gonna fine you. So, that's a process too. Also onboarding. So we've had a lot of new hires. So onboarding, so I could have the job application out, onboarding, someone applies for our job, and they put their name, their address, everything's in the system, and then it gets downloaded right into ADP right away. So I already have their name, their address, all the important information. Their tax forms, their I-9 forms, all of that could be online. All of our policies we have online, and they can download them and see them right then and there. Right now, everything we do here is paper,
Okay,
so it's a benefit to all of us.
all right.
I think, we talked about this before, I'm all for it.
Couple of questions.
Yep.
There would have to be a training
Yep,
for all of the employees and the department heads.
yep.
And how about, has this been accounted for in the budget? Do we have,
No, it was not an item in the budget.
okay,
This came to light recently, because over the summer, employees were coming to me, asking me to check their time, because they didn't believe their balances. So that, I was like, well, we need to try to alleviate this, because this problem is not good,
okay,
if they don't trust the hours that they have. So
okay.
that's when this all came to light, and I thought I should approach the Board of Selectmen and let you decide or discuss.
Does this have to go before Board of Finance? I mean, if
Well-
we approve it,
It's less than 50,000, I think we can do, I think we can, right? For the policy. I mean, we could ask the chair, but,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right now you have a line item in your budget, it's called emergency and contingency for $80,000.
okay,
Okay, so that's sitting there, and that's what I probably would use, because a lot of my other line items are very tight for this year's budget.
okay.
all right, I'll make a motion that we, go after the ADP programming, because we need to get away from all this paper and make it easier for the finance department, make it easier for the department heads, track their people's times, and actually, people can actually see what they have too. Get us into the 21st century here, because I can't believe we haven't been doing this for years, to tell you the truth. But, yeah, I'll make a motion that we accept, let's see, if I find the cost, this is 12,000.
It's $13,297.60. So $12,297.60, and then $1,000 one-time cost. So in this fiscal year, it'd be $13,297.60.
And I'll make a motion to approve $13,297.60 to purchase this ADP programming
Would you like to add some contingencies on that?
and utilize the contingency fund to purchase it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second on this item. I will second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay,
This can be used for direct deposit too, right?
Yes, so, and also I can have direct deposit and people receive digital vouchers, so everyone's gonna have a login, like a number, a 4 or 6-digit number. They can go on and see, their pay stubs, they can print out their I-9 forms, and they can print out their W-2s at the end of the year. They have access to income verification, if I apply for a mortgage, I'll be able to go online and get the income verification and send it off to the bank, and not have to wait for us to do it.
Perfect.
Yeah, there's many advantages,
okay. And it's definitely a time savings?
yes.
Okay. Anything else?
No?
Nope, that's it, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, discussion and possible action on appointment to the Griswold WPCA. We have a letter in here. We have two letters in here. Okay. Did you read through them, Wayne?
Yep.
Do we have one or two openings on the WPCA?
We don't have any that we know of. Nobody sent us letters right now.
Okay.
You haven't heard one?
Frank Everett.
Heard from Frank yet?
Frank Everett sent,
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, Frank Everett, yeah.
Well, we didn't get it.
Yeah. yeah,
Yep, he
Frank
did.
Everett.
He's the only one.
So we have one spot available.
That's
Okay.
correct.
All right.
So there are two people that are willing to come on,
Yes.
and if I remember correctly, whoever put in for it first was the first one that we asked about it. Oh,
Yes, but I know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would feel better making this decision when we have a full board to vote,
okay,
honestly.
okay.
I think in all fairness,
You want to table this for 2 weeks?
I'd like to table it.
Okay.
All right, so
I'll make a
I'm,
motion to table this appointment until the next board selectment meeting.
okay, we have a motion to table this, and I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 6D, discussion and possible action on feral cat situation. I've been getting numerous phone calls. We do have situations in certain areas of town where feral cats are becoming a problem. I had a husband and wife come into the office to meet with me, and they wanted me to look over. We have nothing in place in the town in the way of an ordinance or anything else regarding feral cats, but what they wanted to put in front of me was, do you have it? There is a state statute on feral cats, okay, municipal control of feral cats. So I know we're just presenting this tonight, and again, I think what I'd like to do, I think there needs to be discussion about it, and maybe talking with, we have like Kitty Harbor, and get some, have some input from some of these groups that are out there, and have further discussion on this. So I would like to suggest that we table this till the next meeting, when we have a full board, and after we've had a chance, and you've had a chance, and Matt also,
Okay.
to look at this,
I haven't looked at this at all, so. I
Okay.
agree.
and then have further conversation on it.
Okay, I'll make a motion to table the feral cat discussion until the next meeting.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to table the municipal control of feral cats. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And also, Lori, it probably should be something that the borough looks at also. Okay?
Yeah.
'Cause-
Yeah, we can be part of that discussion.
Okay, that would be good. All right, 6E, discussion and possible action on inserting a minimum age to the peddlers, vendors, and hawkers ordinance. And this was actually raised by Lisa, because they come in for the permits from you. And you encountered, was it a 16-year-old?
Somebody had called and asked if a 16-year-old could be a peddler. There's nothing in our ordinance that currently specifies age.
Okay.
There is.
Oh, there
State
is
statutes
But not in
from
our
14
ordinance.
up,
state statute,
14 to 16, 16 to 18.
but this is state, right?
Yep.
Okay. So
That's
this-
why it's not in our ordinance.
Okay.
Ed Burdick pointed that out.
Ages 14 to 15, allowed jobs, agriculture, golf caddying, babysitting, delivery of newspapers, and specific store roles like bagger, cashier, or stock clerk. I'm going to go ages 16 to 17. Allowed jobs, most general retail, restaurant, office positions, excluding hazardous. It doesn't say anything about,
Door-to-door sales.
no, it doesn't. Hour limits, cannot work before 6 AM or after 11 PM. So again, it's, vendors. Do we feel it's appropriate for 16-year-olds to go door to door as a vendor or a hawker?
No,
Doesn't meet their guidelines right now, right, the state statute.
No.
I would agree, shouldn't be.
Okay, thank you, Dave. So how do you want to proceed with it?
I can't remember, I didn't get to read that ordinance. Dave, do you remember if it references that state statute in the ordinance?
no, I don't.
I'll have to look at that. I'll have to look at that, and if it does, fine, if not, we're probably gonna have to add it. So when somebody's looking at it, they can reference the state statute.
All right, so do we want to table?
Yeah, we'll table this, so I look at it, and then, I'll, write something up, so we can, add that to the list of ordinance changes at a town meeting.
Okay. All right, so we're going to table 6E. We have a motion, and I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then we have several items for any other business to come before the board. Item 7. I'm sorry? Any other business to come before the board? So we're gonna motion you on. All right? Do you want to, Ken?
Motion, Mr. Ransom, to talk about his information he handed out about data centers and tower prices.
All right, Ransom, you have 5 minutes if you want.
Second that motion.
Oh, I can second that, yes, I'm sorry, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Ransom, you have 5 minutes to present the information that you presented for tonight's meeting.
I'll begin by stating that I called Eversource, and I've spoken to different people in Eversource, and they know of no projects in the state of Connecticut. So it's not happening yet. But when it does happen, it can happen, well, it can happen this fast. NextGov/FCW, that's an address, I didn't get the copy. And they on there gave statements of how Donald Trump has issued these almost proclamations, whatever he does, and they don't include him giving up his golf courses for these sites, but stating that they're gonna fast track. They're gonna just plain do it. Well, hey, I own land, first of all, they wouldn't consider my site, but I don't want to be done unto. So, there are different things here that, first of all, for power, the way they think is the shortest distance is like Gaudy Murphy, is a straight line. So they would go from high power to the facility. Now, these things aren't jokers. A medium AI facility, 100 megawatts, is equal to 80,000 homes usage. Griswold has 5,000 different homes, basically, according to taxes. So that's 5 into 80. Who's good with that?
1,080.
About 18 times the size of Griswold is the power required. A large center, this is here in the document I gave you, 400,000 homes. Wow, now you're talking all in New London County for the power. So the cost for a solar farm to connect to the power grid was $600,000 a mile from over at Ravens to the power. So the cost for this would be, I don't know, 3 or 4 million a mile. But Eversource doesn't do it, so the companies are going to do it. Well, the companies and the unions, they like this because the owner of the land, most people don't want that to happen because they're gonna take a big swath of property. They'll, on this other section, they give alternative power. Natural gas, grid connection, solar battery, wind, or nuclear. And that's on my, I have the color copy, the hidden power crisis, AI data center electricity use. So I'll let the rest of it speak for itself. There's quite a few pages here.
Yeah.
And if you read it in color, it's better because you understand the contrast that shows up right away. So on this section here, I have the guidelines, electrical data center design, complete guide for 2026, and it gives the different codes, which might be, they call them by name and number on here, IEC codes, et cetera, EUF gas regulation, and they just go down the whole list.
Okay.
But on this next Gov site,
Yep.
they have an update, supposedly, on these. So this I'll put away. because-
Okay, well, this is a lot of information for us to go through. I know you did bring
All
it
right,
into
wait,
the office late.
I'll get to the next section, which is.
Okay, well, you had just about 2 minutes left.
2 minutes. Well, they won't give you 2 minutes if they decide to do it.
No, I realize that, but you have not given us very much time to review this material either.
No. All right, IA centers force eminent domain battles and threaten property. And on here, they make a statement that if it was really beneficial, people would agree to it. For instance, they did the road in front of my property. I agreed to it, the town agreed to it, the contractor agreed to it, and it was done. There wasn't any eminent domain. But with this, people don't agree to it. The only people that agree to it are government agencies using eminent domain, which was for public projects for corporate interest.
Correct.
And they'll do it, they'll nationalize it in the name of national security, and they'll send in either the Navy or electric boat. The next Gov site said that the Navy wants to build one of these sites. Where are they going to build it? You got Quonset, you got Groton, you got Newport News, right? Or not Newport, Newport. You got Quonset, you got New London. So why don't, move, find it right in the middle. And they'll just go ahead and they'll do it.
Okay, yep, we're familiar with eminent domain, but give us some time, because
Yeah.
give us some time to review it, and if we have any questions, next time we see you at a meeting, we'll certainly address it with you.
Right, and from this documents and that address I gave you there, you can get a lot of the specifics, the codes and standards that they'd be building to. But the standards they'd be building the plant to are irrelevant, because that's a done thing. When
Right.
you get to that point,
Yeah.
it's what happens before, when they acquire the land. You're going to speak to probably their real estate people, or their corporate, I'll use the word that came to me today, their Uberscheister above the corporate real estate level, and they're going to, then do the manipulation they have to do. And
All right,
so
all right, thank you,
that's
Ransom.
why I think there should be more authority.
Ransom, here's your other copy.
Okay.
All right, thank you,
Ransom,
Okay.
Ransom, here's
Ransom.
your other copies.
Oh. Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Next item for other business, I'd like to bring on the reappointment of Paul Ash to Griswold Health and Safety as his term ended June 30th. He sent an email in asking to be reappointed. I'd like to bring this in to the agenda.
Okay, we have a motion to add this item, the reappointment of Paul Lash, onto the agenda. I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right,
So Paul Ash says, I'm writing to formally request the reappointment to the Griswold Health and Safety Committee for another term. So I'll make a motion that we reappoint Paul Ash to the Griswold Public Health and Safety Committee to fulfill another term.
okay. We have a motion, and I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, do we have any other business to properly come before the board?
So the only other thing that I wanted to talk about, because we didn't talk about it last time, was just a public announcement for senior tax credit programs. Just so people know, there are 2 tax credit programs out there.
Are you motioning that on to the agenda?
I can motion it on. I'll motion on that we have a public announcement, talk about senior tax credit programs.
Okay, and I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So we have one for mortgage holders and one for rentals, and they're both different times of the year. If you want to have more information, more detail on that, you can contact the assessor's office. And they will give you the information so that you can get in. It's a tax credit. It's not a reduction, but you will get, based on what you make on your salary for the year, you'll get some kind of a tax credit if you meet the requirements.
Yep. And then there is also the rental rebate program that is, it comes out of the assessor's office. The applications for rental rebates are processed at the senior center. And that begins in May and it goes through October for the rental rebate program. So that's also a help.
That's all I have.
Okay, do we want to talk about the community night at the park?
Yeah, we bring that on. I'll make a motion to bring on a discussion about the community night that we're talking about organizing for August 21st.
Okay, I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Go ahead. All right, August 21st, it's a Friday night from 6 to 9. We're going to be having and it's kind of in celebration of America 250. The entire community is invited, families, bring your chairs. We're going to have a bonfire in Veterans Park. There will be some s'mores. We will have a food vendor there.
We're gonna have some food vendors, and try to get in touch with a couple more, and some live entertainment, trying to get at least one individual lined up for that.
Yeah, so it's just an evening for the community to gather and relax and enjoy Veterans Park. All right?
And our 250 years.
And our 250 years. Are we setting do we want to do a rain date of the following night? Saturday, the 22nd?
22nd is fundraiser for the antiquarian program. Yeah, you could do it on the ring, I don't know.
Okay, but it's not going to rain, so let's just say August 21st.
Perfect.
All right, we'll be positive about this.
Yep.
Okay, any other business that may properly come before the board? Seeing none, we will move on to number 8, public forum.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute. Did we want to talk about the WPCA contract?
Yeah,
Or do we want to, we're going to set a special meeting for that?
we're gonna set the special meeting.
Okay. All right. Wow, I see a lot of hands. Okay. We'll start with the ladies.
America 250 for that, you need to advertise big time for that, because there's been a few things that you've done, and it's not been advertised very well.
We do have the flyer, ready,
I'm just,
Right.
you know,
and I'm even, I'm gonna be meeting with the Voluntown Selectmen, for Selectmen, and we're gonna talk about maybe some shared events, so I may
Yeah,
just, you
yeah.
know, put the invite out to them also.
you had just, I only saw one thing on Facebook, I mean, I've seen a cookbook for like a blanket or a quilt today.
The quilt.
Yeah, I only saw it once.
No, we want to, Wayne and I are kind of working together on this, and we're gonna put the word out, you know, fire departments,
Firm some
the
things up and then we'll get in
the
the
school,
fire.
we can have the school do a
We
blast.
can post it on our registrar page also.
Yeah, we'll put it out every, Lori will ask you to put it out to the borough.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Dave, U 59 Leo. Along with your vendor's permit, a lot of youth groups in the last 10 years have basically said, do not send minors out to households, out on their own. And that's why we didn't push it. We accepted, when we did the ordinance, we accepted the ages that the state had.
Okay.
Because we don't want to endanger anybody.
Yeah.
Not that we're a dangerous community, but it's just one of those things that,
Precaution.
yeah,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
thank you.
Thank you.
Rich Canova, Dino Lane. I want to address a topic that we talked about last, I think in April, and it kind of got tabled because of the budget process that was going on, but we were kind of rolling forward with adding alternate members to the Economic Development Commission. And I believe Wayne had rewritten the ordinance and it went to the town attorney and got approved. And the last thing was a brief discussion about this for a number of meetings. It was decided to wait until we had a full board. That's happened. And it turned into, because of a town meeting issue, with the budgets being, at that point, getting ready to get set and go at the vote for, you didn't want to confuse the public with anything else. So I'm just looking to find out if we can like move forward with this at this point.
Okay.
And the wording on here, this was, you know, from yours, discussion of possible action on request for change to the Economic Development Commission ordinance to include the addition of 2 alternate members to the Economic Development Commission.
Okay.
So if we can get that moving forward, I would appreciate it.
Okay.
If I can just comment, it's all set to move forward, we're just waiting for a town meeting. We're just waiting for a town meeting. Generally, we don't go to a town meeting for just one item because there's a cost associated with the town meeting.
Is that just as simple as in this room, everybody gets to
Yes.
know?
Yes.
And I know that's what we did for the budgets and all that stuff to move the budgets forward. So, I mean,
We've been holding off because we've
you
seen some,
announce it, you set a date, they show up,
We
they show up, they
see-
don't, they don't, right?
we see some other things coming down the pipe, and the cost is of the legal notice. So if we know there's something close, then we like to do more than one item
Combine
at a
them,
time,
try to combine them.
just because of the expense.
But wouldn't that be more confusing if you have too many things?
No, not if they're separate items. We've had up to 3, 4 different items on the town meeting in the past.
It's kind of what I got told when we did it for the budget, she didn't want to.
Budget
confuse
is different, right? They didn't want to confuse it with the budget. We never put anything on with the budget.
Yeah, the budget stands solo. But,
I mean, this started like back in January, you know?
well, don't forget, now, we're also gonna be looking at the feral cats and the vendors. So we may be able to combine
Blight,
those and blight,
and blight.
yeah.
I have to work
So-
on that.
Urgent, but, you know, just how long does things get dragged on?
No, I don't disagree with you, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. While you have the floor, do you want to give a quick report on the first farmer's market?
The farmer's market went very well. We had, I want to say 12 vendors. They all did very well. One, not so much the one that made baskets or something, she didn't do so good, but the one way down in the end with the sourdough bread, she ran out. So
Did she?
that was good. Right now, we've got, I think, 2, maybe 3 more that are already requesting to be part of it next time. Yeah, no, we're really good. I mean, you know, it had pretty good traffic flow considering it was, that time of day.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people complained about it, but, we're gonna try to do something with that next year.
Okay.
I didn't visit, but Kathy visited the Lisbon market and talked to plenty of people down there, and they said midday during the week isn't your best time. Midday on a weekend is okay. During the week, you should be doing like the 4 to 6, 4 to 7
Right,
thing.
right.
And I agree with that 100%, but we had to work with who we had, and it was, nothing against Vinny, but that's what he has to work with right now.
Exactly.
So next year, we want to try to do it in more convenient hours, but it was way more than I ever figured it was gonna be.
Yeah,
It worked out so
I
well.
did go up and I was pretty impressed. And how many bags of corn went? Big bags of corn.
4 bags.
4 bags gone.
And, even down to the little things, like, only because of who we knew and who they knew, we had the porta potty dropped off for free. And that person then committed to doing the rest of them for us with a handicap size one for free. So
Nice.
we got porta potties coming for nothing now too. So, people really like them and they enjoy them, so.
Yeah.
And it went well. It was a good day, weather-wise, so you
great.
couldn't beat that.
Yeah.
But,
Now, are they rain or shine?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I gotta tell you the truth, I don't know what this, I don't know what, I have to ask the vendors, I don't know what they would do. They all set up canopies, I get
Yeah.
that, but, are people gonna go for that stuff, or are they just gonna go to get vegetables and beef feed,
I don't know,
I'll have to ask.
but it's not gonna rain, so.
No, it's
No,
not.
because one of them's August 21st, so it's not gonna rain.
Yeah, see, I've already called it.
That's true, the 21st is one of them, right?
Thank you, and really, the team did a great job,
Yeah, it worked out good.
great job. Any other public forum? Yes, sir.
Out down the Cookville Road, the feral cats.
Yep.
Can you explain that again?
Can we explain it?
Yeah, what was the whole purpose of it? For your, because we did years ago have a problem in a certain area. And we did use an organization, and we had somebody get bit by a cat. And the insurance company kind of frowned on us continuing with that service. So you just may wanna, if you're gonna either do a contract or something where you're not liable, or come up with something. So, luckily we didn't have the liability, there was nothing that got pursued, but it could have been according to the insurance company. We did have to report it. So they were volunteering under the town umbrella.
Well, like I said, we're gonna look over this state ordinance. There are some things in here that, obviously we're not going to want to do, but it defines feral cats, but we had, and I'll say the Glasgow section, that was where the first concern came in. And then there was another in the borough. Somebody saw 8 kittens running across the road and,
The one we had years ago was up Glasgow Road, probably not far. And then there was one in the center of Glasgow, and that's where it might happen.
okay, all right. Oh, and then up around Arrowhead, there was, the calls are coming in, so I think that we need to talk about something.
I'm just thinking, you gotta wrap up the liability. before you make a
Arrowhead
decision.
1 and 2.
Up around Bowling. 10, that was the 10 kittens running across the road, so. Okay, yes, oh,
Rich Canova, if Todd's all done.
I am.
Okay, so Rich Canova, Dina Lane. I used to work with a girl, and I believe she lives in New London. And there are groups out there that deal with feral cats. They trap them, they take them to the vets, they get them fixed.
Yep.
They notch their ears, so they're fixed. They leave them be because they're typically never gonna associate with people. But they feed them, they have their own little colonies and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had NECOG trap them all, what they would do with them, because most of the time they're not friendly cats, so.
well, we talked to NECOG, I didn't, but there were people who called our animal control, which is NECOG,
Right,
and they really kind of were steering away from it.
sure.
The only time that I really, since I've been in office, we had a situation with cat hoarding, and it was a very bad situation.
That house that just burned, right, there was 30 cats in that
30
house.
cats in there, I know. And NECOG did help us with that,
Yeah.
all right, because that was a tragic
I think
situation.
that's why there's groups for feral cats, because all they do is just get them spayed and neutered.
Yep.
To kind of control them reproducing, and
Right.
just let them live their lives and they feed them. And, you know, once in a while, she said that, you know, they'll turn friendly, they'll kind of trust you because you're feeding them, but it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it does.
And they just want them to exist. I mean, the cats are, you know, cats can exist outside like that. It's not a big deal year round. I mean,
Well,
but,
they do. So we've got some homework to do.
yeah.
I mean, we
But
took in,
there are groups that do it, so, you know, I mean.
if you have that person's name,
I'd have to see if I can get a hold of it.
okay, all right, any information would be helpful.
Yeah.
But I know we took in a feral cat. And we did many years ago, and she was pregnant, and she had many, many kittens. We took care of the kittens. The cat now owns the house.
Oh, you can change them. Some will come around.
Oh, boy, let me tell you. So, all right, yes, Ransom.
So you get bitten by a cat, you have 30 days to watch the cat. If the cat's still alive, you don't have to get the rabies shot. But better than being bitten by a horse. So I was here, and a couple of sessions ago, you're speaking about CERT, C-E-R-T. Could you explain briefly what that is?
Who wants to speak to it? We're going to be addressing that at a special Board of Selectmen meeting. We had to do a reschedule. It was supposed to be rescheduled this week for a presentation, but for reasons, we had to reschedule that. But it's for, it's a community emergency response team. And it's for when we have events in town, storms, hurricanes, tropical storms, any type of emergency situation. It's a group of volunteers who come in and assist with,
Emergency services.
yeah, emergency services and response.
Does civil defense still exist, or is that extinct?
Oh, I don't know.
Not in town.
Huh?
No, it's more government, more federal.
It did in Preston, and the fellow came when I was working at Millstone in Geiger County, and I had a health issue with Millstone. And I don't know, the new Lisbon Firehouse, they've taken that over as a clubhouse. And the water failed where I was for 3 weeks and 3 days. And I was going up to the barrel to get it filled up. And one day I go up there and I get the word, the chief said nobody gets water here. So they decided, I guess, that they had to keep the water to themselves as well as the fire department for the new building. It became an exclusive zone for the department. Town wasn't that way.
Well, I know, Ransom, but we can't speak to what other towns are doing. I don't think it's appropriate.
Yeah.
So, all right, any other public forum? Okay, hearing none.
Yep, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, we have a motion to adjourn at 6:43. I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everybody, and don't forget the bonfire on the 21st.
Rain or shine?
Well,